Thank you, Richard. Some substitutions to tell you about. Graham Masseau has gone off for England. Phil Neville has switched to the left-hand side, and brother Gary has come on the right. Cesare Maldini already made it one change with Di Matteo's injury. Has brought two fresh faces into the second half. Nesta playing at the back, in place of Ferrara. Maini making his debut in midfield, a player with the Italian Cup winners, Vicenza. Really didn't want half-time to come. Trying to pick up the same theme straight away with Martin Keogh, and then connected with a header, and behind him Orlins trying to deal with the ball as it dropped. Goals. That's such a fantastic first half. A collision, it seemed. The players were just trying to disentangle themselves from the corner with Benarivo.
I thought it was a mistimed tackle, to be honest, Martin. There you see it's a late tackle, and already been booked. I presume the referee didn't get a good sighting of that.
Speculating at half-time whether Glenn Hoddle might think about replacing Beckham and Scholes at their yellow cards, but trying to cope with their game under that particular handicap is about as well.
I don't know if it was so something a little bit knock in the first half, but I'm sure that Glenn Hoddle would like to have kept the same 11. One of the best first halves that we've produced for a long while. Totally dominant, two excellent goals. Some outstanding football.
Yes, the close calls came early when Pierce here made a terrific block on Di Matteo. And late with the Tim Flowers save. Kaziragi. Intercepting Philip Neville's header. Right, trying to hold off Nesta and draw the foul, which he's done. So Pierce will take the free kick. Giving Gary Neville a great deal of chance. Beckham is there. Read by Cannavaro. Italy, you feel, can only improve. Couldn't really do themselves justice in the first 45 minutes, and with a far better attitude as well as the greater sprinkling of ability, the way that first half shaped up. Again, Scholes right in there competing. It was England's free kick that time. Keogh. Of injury stoppages that we've had, and were also in evidence last night as well. This is no end-of-season tournament. This is very much football for real. It's been rooted here in France, the competition. It's an appetite wetter. What starts in June 1998. France had to wait. Will have to waited 60 years to get the hosting of the World Cup when it was staged here in 1938. Italy were the world champions. Potential champions tonight. But we said that before in final stages when they started so uneasily and ended up being there or thereabouts in the finish. More animation from Maldini down in that technical area.
Spoke the first half, Martin. The unbalanced look about the Italians, certainly in midfield, and taking another balanced look at the back in the second half. They appear to be playing with the three central defenders. Nesta on the ball here has come to the right-hand side of the back. Benarivo played as a custom left-back position, but Fusere is playing more as a right wing-back.
Here's Casiraghi. Vicious ball from Sheringham. It didn't come off. Beckham felt he was just nudged at the crucial moment. This is Benarivo. It's powering in. It's Casiraghi, and then linking up with Scholes and Sheringham. It's pinging the pass to Phil Neville. Look out, Fusere with it. Pearce. Right. Looking Southgate scurry.
Yeah, I was going to say Phil Neville's had to change in the second half, coming on the left, but he's as productive as he was in the first half. Could have a big effect on this second half because Fusere likes to get forward. You will not want to defend against Phil Neville in this position.
Pearce sensing the opportunity to move forward as the days gone by. To shuttle across now. We'll deal with Dino Baggio. Scholes available again. It's counter his Manchester United connections. To the two Nevilles and Beckham and Scholes. Who develop the talents at Old Trafford should be feeling pretty proud about the way England are going. A strong Manchester United element in the mix.
There you saw the little triangle between Beckham, Neville and Scholes. That was very productive in the first half. And the difference was it was the other Neville.
Of course, they're quite used to playing competitions, even if they did begin in the FA Youth Cup. And England under-18 tournament that we've mentioned so often. The European champion, Scholes was involved in that, Gary Neville as well. Beckham trying too much on that occasion. They mustn't get overconfident. It's with his foot a bit high, but prior to that Scholes had been balked. And falling. Fouls all round for Cesare Maldini. Marco Tardelli just sitting behind him. So number 2, born in England's side in the past. Pearce. We were very grateful for the rain in Katowice. The substandard international surface into something that was workable on. That goes Pearce. Nesta. England, remember, felt their way into the first half. Finding a way through with Ian Wright after 5 minutes, rather low-tempo football. So I suppose in the 10 minutes or so prior to the goal, the signs were there. When we're getting their game together. It's a splendid example of the depth in the England squad. Casiraghi. See what Italy's depth is like now, Trevor, with the changes that have been made after starting with a very familiar-looking lineup.
Yes, you talk about depth, Martin, and you look at the players who are injured, like Adams, Pallister, Fowler, Manaman, Ferdinand. Very, very encouraging.
Casiraghi, wind up for the shot, and again Pearce vigilant, and again hit to Maini. Albertini. England's next game in the World Cup qualifiers, of course, at home to Moldova. Tonight, Italy have to go to Georgia. Ray Wilkins quite rightly making the point before the match began. A difficult game that could be for the Italians. Albertini and Costacurta, incidentally, are suspended from it. Sherry. You can hear the yell from Ian Wright up here in our commentary position. Cannavaro was the player who flattened him. He joins Scholes and Beckham in the referee's book. Scholes. Hoddle finding himself a central. Beckham, who loves to be in this middle of midfield. Surely looked a foul by Dino Baggio on Boots. It was clearly so by Gary Neville. And Benariva. So what do you think England's philosophy should be in this situation now?
Always difficult, isn't it, when you're taking the 2-0 lead? You've seen it on so many occasions. Don't want to do anything stupid, you're just happy to sit on it. The initiative has got to be taken by the opposition. But England look comfortable. You know, they're passing it around, they've got plenty of room in the midfield. That's when they've dominated the match, in the centre of the midfield. The Italians just haven't got tight there.
Pierce. About it in Rome with a hugely partisan crowd. It will be a daunting experience for England, but they are finding here is if you can cope with the atmosphere. And as we did point out, Trevor, on that fateful night in February, this may not be a vintage Italian crop of players.
Oh, but they're still very, very competitive, still very, very difficult to beat. The biggest difference from the two teams, Martin, is that our lads don't know how to play a friendly. I think the Italians, they do know how to play it as a friendly. They're taking nothing away from the England boys. It's a very good performance.
Still more than half an hour to go. Goals, if you've just joined us. Ian Wright. Oh, Flowers, can he get there? He does. Some confusion. The goalkeeper slided away by Kaziragi.
That was sloppy play, wasn't it? Glenn won't be too happy with that. I don't think he'd mind too much if we keep a clean sheet. That's always very, very encouraging for a manager.
Martin Keown just giving his explanations as to what he was thinking of.
I wonder what would have happened if Flowers had actually dived on that. Could have been deemed a back pass, could it?
And if it meant saving a goal, it would be worth doing even if it had been. I saw Leon last night how difficult it is to take full advantage of those indirect free kicks. It's Cafu who got in the way of the French effort. Maini. And again, scored in the Italian Cup final, second leg recently against Napoli. Great season it's been for Vicenza. It's been a great season with England for Teddy Sheringham, if not perhaps with Spurs. Phil Neville hanging it across where Scholes climbs well, almost got in behind Cannavaro. England had a player darting forward into that space. Sheringham. Beckham, beautifully played by Beckham again. Scholes with a quick cross. And Woodsie using it quickly to try and set off an Italian counter-attack.
His traditional teammate Gary Neville was a bit disappointed with that. He wanted the ball played on the overlap to him.
Ziraghi, Zola, Keown. The England defence defensive hero there. Now gone. Maybe 1 or 2 signs of better things to come from Italy. Just prior to that, England put their passes together again well. It's only a case of the cross being too close to the goalkeeper. Southgate. There's some speculation that Jamie Redknapp might be being earmarked for the role that Southgate's operating tonight, but of course, every time Jamie seems to play for England, he ends up with an injury. Very bad fortune, the latest, of course, at Old Trafford against South Africa. Pearce. Had to make sure that was his because Ian Wright was in acres of space behind him. Into the feet of Wright. Well, it was a great idea and the execution wasn't too bad, but it wasn't quite good enough.
Yeah, nice crisp ball out from Wright. Not particularly good defending that from Nesta.
It's Dino Baggio drawing Southgate across. Corner for Italy.
The intentions were right, weren't they, from Ian Wright? He wanted to get onto his right foot. He was very, very unlucky.
He also wants to use this tournament to be able to show again his team can change their formation when required during the match. Trying to get a point across as Tim Flowers is all agitation at this Italy corner. The goalkeeper has to deal with it. Fist went to full 40 yards. Costacurta. Azzurri, but Pearce, those impassable moods. Garino, Beckham. Flag up against Ian Wright. Rain might make it awkward for the spectators here, and even for the cameramen, but I think the players loving the way the pitch has been slicked up. Albertini, Flowers with everything behind him. Good idea, quick free kick.
Yeah, trying to take Flowers by surprise. He was having none of it. He was alive, alert, just as he was first half, and made that excellent save from Dino Baggio.
Cannavaro. 2 up top for Italy, Zola and Cesare almost running into each other. But this is Zola where he could be so threatening, but that danger was recognised instantly by Beckham. Just got a touch as Zola was looking to release the shot.
It's not too often that Zola gets caught in possession. I thought he made the wrong selection there. Little lock pass to Cesare on his left. I think would have been the better option. I think he realised it because he apologised to Cesare.
Fuse. Albertini. Cesare. Raised. Blanket is right. Albertini. Flag was up. Ian Wright waiting for the nod to get back on.
Wondering who'll take the penalties if England were to get one. Would it be Ian Wright or would it be Teddy Sheringham?
They're getting greedy, aren't they? Goal. Not often that Italy get beaten by 3 goals to nil. I had a quick flick through the record books at half-time. won back in 1983, home oddly to Sweden. 2-0 it stays. Teddy Sheringham, of course, took a penalty for his country against Mexico. He was also involved in the shootout against Germany in Euro 96. Hoddle paying tribute to Sheringham's wonderful sense of professionalism. And the journalists with the England party, of course, wanted to talk about the possible distraction of this transfer request that has gone in, apparently been accepted by Tottenham. Well, England presented with a corner.
Yes, I think Costacurta was a little bit unfortunate there. Looked to play it back to Peruzzi, but an unfortunate bobble on the ball. Nothing he could do about that. Just watch this. There it goes, up in the air, off his shin. Nightmare for anyone.
England's corner. Pearce. Dropped quickly enough for him, but he puts it back in where Nesta clears. Zola. Again, they're filling in the sandwich. Two slices, so to speak, Pearce and Philip Neville.
Words were exchanged there between the two benches. Maldini very, very unhappy with the challenge there from Neville and Pearce. Didn't see too much wrong with it, could you, Martin?
No. Nesta. Cesare trying to feel Pearce and maybe like a situation where he might, if that's the right word, a penalty. Pearce just stayed on his feet and dealt with the ball. Not the object of Cantaragi's attentions. It's fouled by Frizzer, but collectively England really gelling, and individually I'm sure they all feel that there's a point to be proved here tonight. Guarantees nothing in the World Cup context. I bet they're enjoying it out there.
Moments like this, Martin, as an international, you must cherish. Not too often you find yourself 2-0 up against Italy at half-time.
Right, caught offside. It's a tight one.
Level, wasn't it? Wasn't offside.
Cruiser. Trying to up the tempo of their play in the second period, but they're not putting their game together at all, although Ince now gives it away for England with Frizzer. Likewise for the Italians. Sheringham. Ince. Beckham. So great reaction around the ground, a lot of neutrals here. Enjoying the rain and they're putting their passes together once more. Hoddle's cross, looking for his brother coming in. What a story that would have been.
Fantastic play from England. From one side of the pitch to the other, one wing back crosses it, and the other wing back gets them at the far post.
Remembers how much the two Charlton brothers contributed to England, and of course particular World Cup success in '66. Certainly Gary and Philip Neville have time on their side to build a similar sort of dynasty. Shearer and Ince. Southgate. Scholes. This was being played at Wembley. There would have been a few Olays perhaps by now. Beckham. Good hunting down And Maini. Skip away from Cesare. Flowers playing it because I think it would have been a corner. And he's come up with a good pass, Tim Flowers, keeping the rest of the England players. Scholes is skipping over Benarivo. So Southgate's need some attention.
I was going to say there about Scholes, that's all part of the learning process, and he's learning very quickly. He realised that Benarivo was just about to arrive with a tackle, read it, goes over, wins himself a free kick. Nothing wrong with that? Or is it?
Well, it's the waving the yellow card that Maldini was doing in this goals incident in the first half that personally sticks in my throat when any pro does that against an opponent.
Also crept in a little bit in the Premiership, didn't it, this season? Not too often, I'm pleased to say.
That's the ball that. Oh, did cross the line. So it's an Italy throw. France on Saturday. Next Tuesday, England against the world champions Brazil in Paris. We'll see all games on Sky Sports. It's the other matches in the Tournoi as well, which is developing very nicely. A sense of competition worthy of the effort put in by the organisers. Zola, Maini, useful header. So we're looking for support now from deeper, or is it?
Just look how many men England got behind the ball. 10 players behind the ball.
Good screening by Casiraghi, got in front of Pearce that time. Pearce wily enough not to commit himself to any contact. Albertini. Benarivo. Keeping the ball, England keeping their defensive shape.
As long as England keep it away from Zola, you feel that if they're going to score, Zola's going to be involved somewhere.
Some more solid defensive play from Pearce. He must be a candidate for the man of the match, although there are plenty of them. White shirts tonight. 0891 11 1101. Let us know who you think should win an accolade. Pearce again. Sheringham in, right in space. Sheringham's got the ball into that sort of channel. In fact, the pitch just worked against Wright. I think in the first half, when it was drier, he would have held up. And the pass would have been spot on.
Good covering play, wasn't it, from Costacurta? Read the situation extremely well. And that was an example there of Benarivo struggling on his left foot. That was the defender I was on about. Costacurta read it very, very well. A good ball from Sheringham. Good early ball into Wright.
Batty and Lee was criticised as not containing perhaps enough passing ability. And certainly got enough passes on the pitch tonight. The players warming up for England is Paul Gascoigne, whose latest knock in Poland to preclude him from this tournament. A good save from Flowers. Needed a couple of goes at it, but with a greasy ball. And Casiraghi connecting cleanly here. Needed stopping.
Good shot, good save. Not easy on this greasy surface. Become increasingly difficult as the rains come down.
Yes, the master of Casiraghi once more. Banked the 2 goals in the first half. Right in the 26th minute, Paul Scholes in the 44th. The squad still keeping Italy out and showing to Glenn Hoddle that he's got a lot to offer. Right. Even take part properly in the training here yesterday in the stadium because of a bruised thigh. Comes on for his second England appearance. Place of right who he's done so well tonight. Scoring the first, setting up the second. So opportunity knocks again for Cole. He's had a season of some misfortune. Remember, it started with illness. He had an injury, began to get his game together over the second half of the season. Then Hoddle noted just the goals that Cole scored, not in the quantities that he was delivering them in his Newcastle time, of course, but that his general play had improved so much. Casiraghi.
Well, before you say it, Martin, that increases the Manchester United connection in the England team.
Didn't they say they wanted an extension to the season? Beckham. Costacurta, it's presenting Cole with a sign of goal! Well, it could so easily have been 3-0, it's a corner.
Once again, good running that from Gary Neville. Sloppy play from Costacurta. And a good save from Peruzzi. Let 2 goals in tonight, hasn't had to make too many saves, but this one at the near post he does well. Probably would have hit the post, may have gone in.
Oh, well, that's queued up off Cannavaro. The flag had gone up in any case for offside. Well, would have thought it, but Paul Gascoigne is going to play a part in this game. That right thigh that was bruised and cut so early in Poland. There is perhaps an angle behind the story. He comes on for Sheringham. This is Gascoigne's 49th cap. And he's been saying how much he wants to reach the landmark of 50 before the season ends. You would suggest that unless he picks up another injury, and of course they're becoming thick and fast, that he will get to 50 before the end of the tournoi. Ince. Scholes, another man of the match candidate. Keep those calls coming in, please. Fuzet. Here's Scholes. Aiming for Cole, and there's Costacurta, who summed up the air of uncertainty that's pervaded this Italian performance tonight.
This game's littered with mistakes, isn't it? That's the third up encounter in the last 10 minutes. You saw the one that came off his shin, went for a corner. A bad back pass to Cole. He almost scored there with a header.
England looking for number 3. Gascoigne joining the artillery. Fuzet. So with Cole, Gascoigne and Gary Neville, England have used their 3 permitted substitutes. Cole. Here is Gascoigne. Over to the corner.
What do you think?
I would say it was a hard one to call for the referee, and he took the sensible option. He wasn't sure how to give it to the defenders. Pierce. Cannavaro was the one slow to pick himself up after the latest.
Once again, drew 1 or 2 words from Maldini on the bench. I'm sure he would like that sort of commitment that we've seen from Pierce from his 11 players tonight.
Just playing devil's advocate, Trevor, I suppose there will be those who will say, well, this is the match that doesn't matter between the two nations, and England seems likely to win it, although Cesare hasn't given up the cause. It won't mean too much if it's wins home and away in the World Cup.
Well, you can't take anything away from England because they've been good value for the 2-0 victory, but make no mistake about it, I don't think this has any bearing at all on the match in October. Totally different in front of 80,000 in Rome. Very, very hostile crowd there. But it's a great confidence booster for England. They're playing well, they're winning away from home, they're not conceding goals. Could be another clean sheet tonight. You can't ask any more than that.
Casiraghi. Zola. Casiraghi's gone looking for Ince. So too as the referee. Ince gets a booking, which is something that still blights his international game. It's his 31st cap tonight, and by my tally that's his 9th international yellow card. He's suspended from the match against Moldova at Wembley. Of course that should be way to worry for Glenn Hoddle, but it's a free kick here, and it is Gianfranco Zola. 7 minutes to go. Italy looking for a route back into the contest. Have not played well, but something special from Zola here. They're back in contention. It's not a vintage effort. Flowers should make the catch. And he's concerned about Casiraghi coming in.
I think he's concerned about the whole team. Maldini.
Well, England have won the physical battle, but they've won the football battle as well, and they can only, as you quite rightly say, Trevor, take into account the performance on the pitch tonight. And I'm sure you'll want to keep tabs on exciting England. We'll do so. Match from Montpellier on Saturday. We start at 7. It's a genuine away game, of course, against France. It's a wonderful goal for Alan Shearer's goal in Poland. Under the same sort of pressure that's being applied to him then. Doesn't need to do anything hot-headed now. Now it's Gascoigne going in, and he's going to get a yellow card as well. Again, Maldini was about a yard away from that. With an expression of he wants to know what's going on. Well, we can tell him. England badly want to beat Italy.
That's a ridiculous
tackle for 20 years.
That's a silly tackle, that Martin. Unnecessary. 5 minutes to go. He's just asking to go to the referee's book. Tackle from behind. No chance of winning it.
procedures in place just as if it was in the World Cup. And caution in the next game. Sounds might be short of options for selection for the third one.
Beckham fancies his shot. He must be all of what? More than 35 yards.
And his approach is not the long run-up, it's the curved run-up. And it's a long, long way off target.
It's interesting, isn't it? Free kick from that sort of distance with Paul Gascoigne on the field.
Dino Baggio. Southgate stopping that excursion forward from Italy. Scholes again sensing where the space is. Gascoigne. It's Scholes. Leading off Cannavaro. Being flattened again. It's a kind of nasty element coming into the game. The referee was a long, long way away from that. Scholes got away from the first challenge, was taken out by the second.
Let's have a look at it. Look, a bad challenge.
That's Nesta, who's just been booked. Scholes survived. Cannavaro was a little bit high. All Scholes with great resilience. I'm dying to know who the man of the match is, because it's not by any means an easy choice. Gascoigne. Beckham. Cole's gone to the left. Ahead of Beckham. Keeps it short to Gascoigne. Scholes trying to nick it through. Andy Cole. That was a mishit shot, and it's fallen perfectly for Gary Neville. And Italy have got 5 players who could join into this counter-attack. Zola. Fuse. Hanging on to the shutout, which is so important for the defender's self-belief. It hasn't stopped to Gareth Southgate on the gallop here, looking for Cole. Peruzzi, in an orthodox fashion, the ball away from Andy Cole.
It was a pity that only the one England player went into the box.
England have lost their shape a bit with Southgate's charge forward, and this is Fuse. Cleared by Ince. Fuse. Nesta. 90th minute in Nantes. Beckham. I think that was a pass for Cole, not the famed Beckham shot for the halfway line, but maybe I would be wrong. Cole was certainly peeling away to make an angle.
I think it was a shot, Martin.
I bow to your superior judgment, Trevor.
I think he spotted Peruzzi off his line, all of 60 yards, tried to do what he did at Wimbledon.
Fuse. Gascoigne. England keeping this mood of great self-belief going to the last. Haven't needed to chase the game in the second half. They cope with what Italy have had to offer, trying to repair the damage that was caused by the goals from Ian Wright and man of the match Paul Scholes. France. Well, this exciting summer for England continues with a win over Italy. Not the significance of the same result in Rome, of course, but still first success against the Italians for 20 years. Paul Scholes, the man of the match. He made the first goal with a pass of true international class for Ian Wright. Here it comes. And England, from that moment on, never look likely to be bettered. And it was Wright returning the compliment for Scholes right on half-time. And Glenn Hoddle will hope for plenty of psychological pointers for the World Cup showdown in October. And after last night's draw between France and Brazil, it means that England go to the top of the table in the Tournoi de France. The players travel brimming with confidence after Katowice, and they've turned that into a performance tonight.
Yes, I think Glenn Hoddle would be very proud of his players. It was a very accomplished performance, some great individual performances, but also worked the tactics. Italy played 4-4-2, completely outmanoeuvred by an England side. They looked very, very comfortable playing with three at the back and with two wing-backs. They won the game in midfield, but in two players up front, they had two outstanding goal scorers. Got the goals, Scholes and Ian Wright.
Well, all England lovers will be hoping that we have the same story to bring you from Rome in October. Tonight, Italy 0, England 2. Let's join Nick Collins.
Thanks, Martin. I've got Ian Wright, Paul Ince and Paul Scholes down here. Ian, this is becoming a nice habit for you, isn't it? Your last two England starts and 2 goals.
I'm just pleased to be here, like I said, you know, and if I could get on and try and do something, you know, I'm just here to enjoy myself, and scoring goals is a bonus. I'm just pleased to be here. It's a great atmosphere in the squad.
And Paul Scholes sets you up for the first, and you repay the compliment.
And it was a quality ball from Paul. You know, everybody's seen what he's got. He's got that about him. I knew if I made the runs, if I tried to make decent runs, he'd find me, and he found me with a great ball. I was really pleased.
Paul, it's not World Cup points at stake, but I mean, how important is this win for you?
Oh, it's important because we're top of the table. That's the most important thing. I said beforehand, we wouldn't have a bearing when we go to Rome in October. But as I say, we changed a lot of players. We brought in some different players, different kind of personnel, and the lads were fantastic. I'm so pleased with Wright and Scholesy. They've come in, you know, and they've done really well. And it's a great win for us.
It's going to make things nice and easy for you in Italy now with a win like this, isn't it?
As I said, it's nice to go back to Italy now that we beat the Italians. But as I said, we've got 2 games left. And we started off well. That was my name, to start off well, get a couple of goals, and in the second half we didn't concede any goals, which has got the defence done well. So I'm very pleased.
Bring Paul Scholes in as well. Paul, very well played. Your first England start and a goal. How do you reflect on your performance tonight?
Well, I enjoyed it. As I say, playing with such good players, it's good experience for me. And like he says, I'm just glad to be here. And it was a bonus getting a goal.
Has it helped you, the fact that you've been with the squad, you've had a couple of appearances as a substitute, and then you've been introduced?
Yeah, it's settled me in a bit, especially having a few more United lads with me. It's helped me settle in. I've come in and scored a goal. I'm very pleased.
Finally, Paul, what sort of pointers do you think this will have for Rome in October?
It shows that we've got strength and depth. That's what it shows. We didn't have Shearer today. We've got Wright and Scholesy, and it shows the strength we've got in depth. But it's a good all-round performance from all the players, not just these two, everybody involved. And we're confident, as I say, we come off the back of beating Poland 2-0, and we showed tonight that we're confident and we can keep the ball when we need to. We've done very well, I'm very pleased.
Ian, very quickly, France, the next game, looking forward to that?
I'm just, whatever the boss is going to do, I'm just, like I said, you know, it's great to be. It's a good tournament. You know, we want to try and win it, you know, and make a good account of ourselves. And the confidence is high in the squad. You know, it's going well. I'm really pleased.
Well played, all three of you. Thanks for joining us.
Deb.
Richard.
I'll just say that to my wife, Claire, and Thomas and Daniel. I love them.